What is going on, guys? It's your boy Drippity Drip back with another video. In today's video, we got a requested Blue Eyes God Mode combo tutorial. If you don't know, I'm sure everyone knows, this is my my creation on the best way to play Blue Eyes, since Konami forbids to give us good support because our names are not Dark Magician. If our name was Dark Magician, Konami would give us good fucking support. But no, this is my pride and joy. This is my baby. I take a lot of pride in this. If you couldn't tell, probably more than I should, because it's Blue Eyes and a lot of people shit on it. If you either love it or you shit on people who play it, which those people are toxic and they can go play their neckbeard decks. But anyways, this is going to be a combo video talking about my decisions, also ways, ins and outs you can do things. Then I'll show you the full combo at the end of the video, which this deck tries to do every time, which it can't do every time, because even though it is as good as it is, it still is missing probably a couple links to be able, not actual link monsters, but like a couple pieces to where it would make it fully consistent that just don't exist yet for a Blue Eyes deck. At the end I'll show you that, but we'll do a couple of test hands, and then I'll show you that at the very end after I'm done talking and everything. But with that being said, drop a like if you haven't already. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Check out the deck profile I have in the link below in the description, along with the Discord and everything else, which I feel like most of the people watching this are Discord fans anyways. So, but again, do all that. I greatly appreciate it. PayPal down there as well. Also, I can't talk. What is English? Don't speak it. Obviously not. I just don't talk. And again, let's get into this video, guys. Enough chit chat, and let's get into some Blue Eyes fun. All right. So hopefully, after pal shuffling and doing regular shuffling like this, we don't brick, because I did have everything in order from when I profiled it for you guys. But again, some of my extra deck monsters are going to be in different sleeves. I'm sorry, I had them in other decks. Let's go ahead and get a starting 5. The brick of all bricks. No longer a brick. But it likes to stick to your hand a little more so. But then again, this is also mainly probably because, like I said, I had them in order. But let's go ahead and use trade-in. Trade-in, okay? See what we draw. 1, 2. We drew Alistair. Sorry, that's my kid. So let's go ahead. Normal summon Alistair. Alistair boy will get you the invocation. Even if they ashed it, we had talents in hand, so it doesn't matter regardless. Give us a cut. Okay. Link him off into Maiden, because we don't want to really banish our Blue Eyes. I mean, we can just get it back off of whatever his name is, Shinshin. So now we'll activate Knowledge to plus even harder to draw 2 more. Okay. Couldn't give us a tuner, could you? No, you couldn't. Let's see. So we have lights in the grave, dark in the grave. Looks like a macabre set pass. Invocation to banish the Alistair and the Magistus to go and special summon the Macabre. If you worry about Lightning Storm, you can put it in defense position if you want. Don't matter. Invocation affecting grave. Add the Alistair boy back to hand. You don't want to special summon your alternative right now. You want to save it. Because it's just out there asking to get ran over. But even if you like, so you have you would set the Successor Soul. So you have 2 interruptions. You have spells, monsters to discard to negate, and then you don't really need your Macabre at that point because you already use his effect and you contribute and have 2 interruptions. So let's say we do that. Let's say we discard our Blue Eyes, sadly. Oh my god. It's all the interruptions today, and it ain't even Yu-Gi-Oh! Interruptions. But again, Successor Soul, tribute, yada yada yada. I wish we could special hand, but it has to be a normal monster. Couldn't give us generic cards because they don't like us. That's Blue Eyes folk. Especially some of the Blue Eyes from deck. Majority, if you timed that right, that could actually be pretty, like, turn ending if you time it properly. So let's say we did, just for the shits and giggles. So we draw for our turn. Ecclesia, pretty nutty. Right here, we have several options. We know it's on Alistair. Let's just say it gets Ashed because there's no way Alistair's going to resolve twice. So we can use talents. Hey, look, a tuner. Nice. So now we activate Mausoleum. Mausoleum's a double summon. So we special summon, normal summon the egg. Don't immediately synchro summon here. Please don't go into Hauk. Because you can get another tuner regardless. At this point, you already know they burned Ash, so they can't Ash you. Unless you're super afraid of Valor, which at that point you're still going to outpace them anyways because your graveyard's full and you're going to get a free summon off Ancients at the end of phase and you hit them for 45. But yeah. Effect. At this point, you would want to just summon the Master for the follow-up, just to have a follow-up. Now, you have a couple options. At this point, you're not going to be able to make Blue Eyes Ultimate because there's not enough recursion outside of just one Ancient, so you would just banish, add the vanilla back to hand, reveal the vanilla. So at this point, you're just pushing for game. Reveal, special. Now, what you can do, you have a couple options. You can keep these on board, or you can synchro. I would use his effect to pop and then synchro. At this point, you have so many of your Blue Eyes in grave. I wouldn't go Shin Shin. I would go Spirit, put him in attack position. Okay. Now what we'll do is we will special summon the Ecclesia because we control a monster from the extra deck. Let me zoom in a little for you guys. Pull these down. This isn't there. This is there. There. Alright, maybe zoom out. Sorry. Just trying to make sure everything's seen. Effect to search the fleur-de-lis. Special the fleur-de-lis. And pretty much push for game right there. If it wasn't game, it's fine because at the end of the day, you can you're going to at the end phase. At the end phase, Ancients. Well, you banish Ancients, so you can't. But you have a full graveyard full of good stuff. Vanillas that you can special summon off of Azuraz when you go into Azuraz, and then you can on your turn you can use Master to send this and shuffle this back. This shuffles back for cost, by the way, so it dodges Called by the Grave. Fun fact. I already said that numerous times. I just don't know if everybody heard me. So you can send this and then special summon anything back. So if you wanted Spirit Dragon back, you could special summon Spirit Dragon back instead of Vanilla unless you wanted to make Twin Burst really that bad. But then again, you're going to make Twin Burst anyways. So let's say you didn't kill them. You tag this out for which you should have killed them. There's no reason it shouldn't have been. Tagged out on their turn. Azuraz, protect your dragons, as in just these two. Your turn, doesn't really matter what you draw. Let's just say you don't draw nothing. Master effect, shuffle it back for cost. Send this back. Well, standby phase rather. Sorry, standby phase. This. You have a full board. You're going to contact fuse first, so you can make room. So you're going to contact fuse for. I don't know where it's at. My here it is, Twin Burst. Contact fuse for the Twin Burst. And then Master's effect to shuffle, send the Halki Fibrax back to special summon the Spirit. So you have Recursion with the Zuraz at this point. Double attack with Twin Burst plus banish anything it doesn't destroy by battle. Then negate from the graveyard, and negate from the graveyard in this format is amazing. So yeah. At the end of the day, this is definitely GG's no matter what they had on board, because if you dealt as much damage as you did last turn. So that's pretty much it for the first test hand. Let's get into the second. Alright guys, that first test hand was kind of meh because we drew 2 vanillas. That's just unfortunate. But let's see what we get on this second one. At the end of the day, drawing the vanillas, it's going to happen. Definitely with the Blue Eyes deck, being a Blue Eyes player, it happens. But let's go ahead and see what we get. Sage, great start. Even better. Vanilla, nothing new. And 5. Okay. Alright. So, what we got here is pretty much just Dogmatica combo, pretty much. Which is still good for this deck. What we'll do is, since we would have to play defensively with this hand, what I mean by that is just play conservative to do whatever it takes to slow your opponent down. So you will normal summon Sage. Instead of searching another tune, like another Blue Eyes tuner, I know you already have one, but search another Effect Veiler, because we don't have that good of a hand, so we're going to we have to play to pretty much make our opponent not to play, if that makes sense. Link this off. Into Link Rebo. Okay. And now Dogmatica combo. Nadir. Send the Ash Dragon to add the Ecclesia. Special the Ecclesia. Ecclesia to search the trap card, not Fleur-de-Lis, because the Titaniclad is going to add the Fleur-de-Lis. Set the trap card in phase to add the Fleur-de-Lis. So pretty much, sadly, we didn't get to do much with this hand but play defensively. But it's still a really solid board for the most part, mainly because she can't be destroyed by monsters from the extra deck. You have double pops with this and your track card and your Intis, and you pseudo have 3 Effect Veilers. You have 2 Veilers, and then Fleur-de-Lis is the same thing. So you're probably, depending on the deck, obviously, but the deck's in this format, it will buy you a turn or more. And you have this just in case they play through it and they just try to OTK you. It is what it is. But I don't know. Let's just say we burn through all Veilers and save the punishment. Even if we activate the punishment, it's still fine. And that's our board. Then use this. They pass turn. Give us a cut. See what we get. And nothing new. Good old vanilla. Alright, so pretty much what we do is we'll just beat them down. with these. If we needed to clear board space, we'd use punishment to hit them for 5K. At that point, we clear the board, hit them for 5K. They have 3K, and they probably won't have much to play with. But it's just how this deck works. It's slow paced. It pays the way it paces really slowly, but it plays like kind of like a combo-ish control version of this deck because of the Dogmatica engine. So let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much all you could do. At that point, they would probably not have much they could do anyways because you just stopped everything, depending unless you playing like a really top tier deck that could just has so many 1, 2, 3 card combos that it's just insane. But either way, I have like had to do that board before that I just made, and it's a lot of interruptions. Even though your board presence is kind of mediocre, it's fine. Let's get us another test hand here. These vanillas, man, I swear to God. Alright. 5. At this point, we just activate the invocation. Make Twin Burst. Make Twin Burst. Now it's time for Dogmatica combo. Nadir Servant. And knock you guys over. Sounds good. Alright. Nadir Servant. Send the Ash Dragon. Add special. Effective Search. Same thing all over again. Add the punishment. Set the punishment. In phase. Add the Fleur de Lis. So with this hand, you have 2 pops, negate, an effect Veiler pseudo, and a monster can be destroyed by battle, and it banishes anything it doesn't destroy by battle. So if something they try to run it over something big, that you can just banish it with that, and it can attack twice. Still a very decent board, solid board. Would I have liked to see Alistair? Yes. Would I like to be able to make Shin? Yes. But pretty much all this deck wants to do is turbo out Shin anyways. But literally, I've never had this bad of drawing vanillas than when I'm trying to do a combo video test hand. That's kind of funny. But let's get on to another test hand. Alright, we shuffle. Let's get us a cut or something. Let's see what we got. Wow, we actually have combo. Holy shit. Oh my God. This hand's actually nutty. Okay. Alrighty. So with this test hand, I didn't even need to get out the hand to show you how to do the combo. I like set out the hand. I actually drew the hand, which normally, like I said, I think it's because everything was in order. From the deck profiles why I was struggling. But no, with normal summon Alistair, obviously invoke shenanigans. Where are you at? Add the invoked. At this point, this part of the combo is just ash bait. Don't matter. Now we'll activate the mausoleum. Normal summon the legend. Link the Alistair off. This is full combo, by the way, and I'll tell you after I do it what cards you need to do it. Like the full entire length of the combo. This is it. Now you take these 2. Well, first, just in case they got nib or something, you want to use this to target. anything really, because you're not OTKing. Just send a vanilla to the grave. Target anything. Gains attack equal to its level times like 100. Now link these two. Like if you were really worried about Nib, you could have made Makaba beforehand, but I'm just playing as if I'm not worried about it. Mandatory Chainlink 1, obviously, as Legend, it'll resolve before Hulk even activates. To add the vanilla to hand. Hulk effect. Make sure with Hulk effect you always special summon Ancients. You have to get Ancients to the grave for the combo to work. So at this point, we need to get Makaba for protection. So we activate Invocation, banish the Maiden, Alistair to summon Makaba. Okay. So now we're good from Nib if that's what you're worried about. Cycle back, add the Alistair back to hand. Reveal the vanilla, special summon the Blue Eyes. Alternative. Now we synchro for our win con. Shinshin. Okay. Because Shinshin says it's pretty much a Dark Law Macrocosmos for everything on the field to the graveyard, but cards can go from the deck to the graveyard or extra deck to the graveyard. Just anything from the field on both sides goes to the banish pile. So what we'll do now is activate Nadir Servant. So we have Nadir Servant in hand. Send the Titaniclad. Always send the Titaniclad going first when you have this combo. Why? Because it's a dark. 2, it helps you get more board presence. Add the Ecclesia. Special the Ecclesia. Please effect at the punishment. Set the punishment. Now, at this point, your turn is pretty much done with an Alistair in hand and a Blue Eyes in hand. So what you'll do now is in phase, Chainlink 1, Ancients, Chainlink 2, Titaniclad. Titaniclad to add the Fleur de Lis to hand, and then Ancients to special summon Abyss Dragon. Always special summon Abyss Dragon. But before you, like, if you don't, you have to make sure you have a vanilla engrave. If not, then Abyss cannot activate her effects. So since we do have vanilla engrave, which we got there via Mausoleum, it can add a poly to our hand. Or anything we need. If you were playing the ritual variant, it can add the ritual, but this combo is not competitive that much in the ritual version at this time. So we add the poly, then her secondary effect will add a level 8 that we want. So in this case, we have vanilla in hand. We want to add we want to add another alternative so it can turbo out Blue Eyes Ultimate next turn. Another reason why you want to send Titaniclad to the graveyard is because of the fact it's a dark. Since it's a dark, you can banish a light spellcaster, and then Titaniclad, which is a dark dragon, to special summon Shinshin back. Special summon Shinshin back whenever he leaves the field the next turn. So this is our hand, and this is our field. This is our hand. We have Alistair, Fleur de Lis, Poly, and all that. So we have a follow-up on top of our board presence. So what this board gives us is it makes your opponent have no graveyard, which is usually a win con in its own, a negate, and double pops. So we don't really want to shotgun the punishment because they'll lock us out from making Blue Eyes Ultimate next turn. So this alone will normally carry your weight in the majority of your duels. So what I would do here is, personally, at this point you don't really need the Alistair anymore because you're about to OTK the next turn. So I would burn that. If you're negating something with Invoked Makaba, send the Alistair. Nothing else. because you're going to need the vanilla in hand to make Blue Eyes Ultimate if you're wanting to make Blue Eyes Ultimate, because you're going to summon the vanilla, you're going to summon alternative and then add another vanilla, so you need it for poly. And then you need the Fleur de Lis, obviously, and obviously you need the poly. So in this case, if I was negating something, I would negate the discard to negate and vanish, and then they would probably most likely pass turn because they couldn't do nothing else. So at this point, you would pretty much just draw for turn. It's a melody. Okay, so now you would banish your Ancients, okay, to add the vanilla back to hand. And one thing I forgot to mention in the profile, because I know a lot of people who don't know this deck from my previous time talking about it, they don't understand why I run the tuner count that I run. It's mainly because your number one priority tuner is Sage, because it searches your hand trap and it searches the rest of your tuners. The second reason is because the other tuners are accessible through Hulk, and then you run such a low count because when you banish them or whatever, you can add them back to the graveyard through Shinshin, and if you need them back to hand, then normal summoning Master will get it back to hand. So moral story, they loop each other around, and they're not really that big a part of the combo pieces. They all serve a purpose and part of the combo pieces, but they are not the main focal point. So what we can do here is we can just literally make Blue Eyes Ultimate alternative. If you needed to, if you had room, like let's say they popped your Ecclesia or whatever, you can literally summon your Fleur de Lis to turn off your own Shinshin, so your shit don't get banished for that turn. And then when you pass turn, it goes away and then it unlocks everything again. So in this situation, let's say they have one monster on board, you reveal special, try to keep it in frame, special, god damn, alright, special, effect pop, activate poly, since we use alternative, vanilla from hand, we bring out our boy Blue Eyes Ultimate Alternative. With his effect, a lot of people don't know, when you declare his effect, you have to all or nothing. You can't pop one card individually 3 times. You have to either pop one that turn or pop all 3 at once. So you have a couple options here. If you're wanting to really push for game, you can use his effect to pop 3 cards and then use punishment to pop 2 more, so you pop 5 total, and then you can just push for the rest for game. Or if they didn't have that big of a board presence, you just use punishment to pop whatever and then run everything else over and then go for game. It's all up to you and depends what it is, but regardless, this is game. But yeah, that's pretty much that's the combo. That's actually full combo. So with that being said, I don't really have to actually show you the pseudo combo, but what you need to make that combo able to happen is you need Mausoleum, Alistair, and a tuner in any way to make a level of non-synchro. So the best way to really get that is literally Mausoleum, a tuner, and a melody or something to get to a level 9 on the boards, whether it be in have an alternative or melody. But the 3 card combo you need is Alistair, Mausoleum, and Sage, or a tuner. It doesn't have to be Sage, it just has to be a tuner. It could be Effect Veiler, for God's sakes, because it's a tuner, and you can special summon it because it's a level 1 light tuner in addition to your normal summon because of Mausoleum's effect. But that is the full combo. That's the full combo that took me a year to make. So please drop a like just for that. It's amazing. I love it. I know I had some rough hands there earlier in the video, but like I said, I think I know that's actually mainly because everything was in order, and I pal shuffled, but I didn't get the chance to really mix it all up. But Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, learned something, take something from it. If you have any questions on anything, just if I missed anything, like on covering any bases with you guys, just let me know. Just remember, Shin Shin is your main win con. On top of that, he adds anything back from your banish pile back to your graveyard to help you with your recursion plays. So don't forget that. That's another reason why he's your main win con. And all your tuners loop each other. They just loop each other in a circle, That's it, because of Master. Because if you need any other copies of tuners, you can just add them back with Masters. You don't need any more tuner count than what you got. Every tuner in this deck serves a purpose. Master serves a purpose. Maiden serves a purpose. Obviously Veilers, obviously the Ancients. All of them serve a purpose. Because let's say you didn't have Melody and you didn't have Alternative, by the way. If you just drew Mausoleum and Maiden, you have combo. Because you just normal summon Maiden, Mausoleum, target the Maiden, descend a Vanilla from deck, chain Maiden effect, special summon a Vanilla, a special summon a Blue Eyes. Then right there, plus whatever else you have in your hand, that's combo. That's right there. That's your level 9 synchro. So everything else in your hand is free real estate. But as for the Iris Sword Soul, she's obviously in here because she's a spellcaster. You can send her to the graveyard off of Knowledge to draw, or you also obviously run Veiler, and you run the Fleur-de-Lis. So you run Fleur-de-Lis with and without armor, so her with armor form negates. So you have 4 ways of negating stuff, so she's obviously just pluses for days. Oh, sorry. But yeah, that's the reason on that. We run Kaliga because we obviously we get Titanic Clad in the graveyard and he's a dark, so or you double draw, double Alistair, you can hard make Kaliga. So he's a good card to have in there and just in the extra deck in general. But like I said again, this is the main combo. This is full combo. This is pretty much the farthest you can get outside of having maybe a Successor Soul in hand to tribute off the Hauki Fibrax to send to the graveyard. But I usually like to keep Hauk there as my master target or a Successor Soul target. He's good for that, and also he's just a Link 2. I don't know, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please drop a like. Let me know how you feel about it. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, this deck, I probably won't be updating like Blue Eyes itself for a while unless I'm making like the Ritual variant or something like that. But because this is literally its final form, like I said in the description or the title, there's nothing in this deck, not a single card I would change. I love every part of it. But again, drop a like. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Any questions, just let me know. I'll answer any of them. But you guys have a wonderful day, night, morning, evening, whenever you're watching this video. I hope you guys are staying safe out there in the age of COVID. Be safe out there, guys. Drip out. Peace. Good dueling, guys.